So, what a perfect place to resume and kick off part 3 of walking in a winter wonderland. Look at this, it's crazy. Just seeing this has made me realise that my wife and I and Dylan, our son, should be in Italy right now skiing, but due to COVID and travel restrictions and quarantine and all sorts of other things, our skiing holiday was cancelled. What a shame, but this is about as close as we're going to get to it. And I've just seen someone on a snowboard come down here. It's amazing how diverse people can be when they need to be. But I'll give you another reason, my friends, why this is a great place to resume. Because from here, when I swing round, you are going to get the perfect view of Roseberry topping. There we go. That's where we're going, my friends. That is where we are going, to the very top of the topping, the top of the topping. So, we've just come out of the woods and we're at the foot now of what looks like a ski slope. Slightly off-piste, but you can see from the tracks and the footprints behind me that this is a footpath. I can also tell it's a footpath because we've just come through a kissing gate as well. So we're now traversing along the edge of what would be a grazing field, which is now a ski slope for some people. And we're going to continue along the edge of the field with the topping to my left, sitting proudly just up there again. There we go, my friends. Isn't that beautiful? So it's a beautiful afternoon, and at the start of the walk I said, maybe, correct me if I'm wrong, 45 minutes, maybe an hour. I think it's going to be double that, to be honest, because I've added on a few extra little diversions to take in the beauty of it all today. And the beauty of it here is that the temperature's dropped, so unlike in the woods where it's all wet and slushy and muddy, out here I'm not exactly sure what the temperature is, but the ground temperature is cold enough to hold the snow, so it's firm and crunchy underfoot. You can see just behind me, just there's a chap walking back up to the top of the North Yorkshire ski slope with what looks like, well, what I thought was a snowboard, but it looks like he's got a skateboard and taken the wheels and the trucks off it to create like a little mini snowboarding vehicle. Typical Yorkshire. Why go out and buy a snowboard when you can take the wheels and trucks off your skateboard? 2 vehicles in one. Isn't that just perfect, my friends? So, you might be able to see just in the distance as well. There we go, there's the topping, just there, that's where we're going. Over this side, you can just make out, just about in the far distance there, the industrial hub of Middlesbrough and Stockton. And if we have a little swing round, there's the topping again, just there. Isn't that absolutely beautiful? 360 degrees of my winter wonderland today. So, just up here as we get to the trees behind me, see the little coppice of trees just there? There'll be another gate, either a gate or a little stile that we'll need to climb over. There's some people there at the moment, so we'll let them pass, keeping safe distance and all that. But then right behind me, over in the far distance just there, that is the far North Yorkshire moors. If you keep walking that direction, you'll end up on the east coast, just to give you an idea of the bearing that we're on today. So we'll head on down towards the kissing gate. It's called a kissing gate for obvious reasons. Just take in a look at that. There's the topping just behind us, just up there. Fantastic. So, head on down here. Watch your feet, it's a little bit slushy. You might just see, please shut the gate. It's spoken about this in my previous videos. The general rule out here, particularly with the larger gates, the agricultural gates, if you find a gate open, leave it open. Probably means that there's tractors and agricultural vehicles coming and going. So if you find a large gate open, leave it open. Smaller gates, make sure you close them. There's no sheep up here today, but in warmer climes, sunnier temperatures, the sheep would be grazing up here. So we don't want the sheep escaping onto the A173. Got to remember as well that the sheep are someone's livelihood, so it's important that we respect the surroundings that we're in. In fact, it's very, very muddy and wet underfoot along this section here. Obviously, a lot of people have taken this path. What would have been nice and firm a short while ago is now very, very muddy indeed. You can probably hear it if I just shut up for a few seconds. It's pretty squelchy underfoot, but it's to be expected this time of year. It's a beautiful place. It's a beautiful part of the country, and it's a beautiful part of the world, my friends. So people are going to visit places like this. And you can see why, can't you? Eh? Isn't that beautiful? Look behind me. Just out there in the distance, just up there, that's the North Yorkshire moors. But that's not our concern today, my friends, because we're going somewhere completely different. That's where we're going. Roseberry topping. So we're going to push on. Hopefully the path will get a little bit firmer underfoot soon. As it rises out of the ditch, it should start to drop in temperature a little bit, and hopefully the water will follow its natural path, which is downwards, obviously. So I'm going to sign off. I'll see you all in a short while as we start the climb or the ascent of Roseberry topping. There's a few little things that I'll take on board as well. There's a strange little folly up on the hill as well, so I'll stop when we get there and show you guys around. So I'll see you in a little while.